What's going on, guys? Zach here from the undergroundstrength.tv, and I've got a very common business question. Want to answer this, and hopefully people pick it up. I keep getting the same questions over and over again, and even after I put out my video saying I am done doing free lunches and free consultations, I got a message the very next day saying, "Hey, I'd love to pick your brain on a Skype call. When's a good time for you?" It's like people think that we all have all this free time. So my concern is that this message doesn't get out there. There's a lot of information out there, and it is hard nowadays to just get to forget about the masses to get to the minority. So hopefully this gets to the people. I will continue crushing these videos with my goal to help as many of you as possible. And I hope you guys take this stuff to heart. So here we go. I'm currently living at home with my parents since I graduated college to save up some money. My parents are against the entrepreneurial route and would not let me train people in their house. What legal matters would I have to go through if I were to get a 1 or 2 bedroom house rented with a detached garage? I know I would have to get permission from the landlord, but do you think this would be a big issue? So I've mentioned this and answered this question many times. So there's a lot of problems right there. Number one is unless your home is zoned as a residential business, you will not be able to run your gym out of that place. The landlord would very likely have a problem with that. And many people who have done this, even people who thought they had good neighbors that didn't, that took care of one another as we are supposed to, unless we're doing bad things, obviously. Neighbors complain and get upset, and they will call the township on you. So is it a good idea to do it? No, because you'll put in all this time and energy and renting a house. So the bottom line is this. If you're not ready to rent your own space, then maybe you are not ready to start training people out of the garage. A lot of people want to jump into the entrepreneurial hat. They want to put the entrepreneurial hat on right away, but you can't, as Gary Vaynerchuk says, be half pregnant. You've got to be all in. My recommendation is for coaches is to go out and become coaches at other gyms. Even if you're at a Globo gym, what I always recommend is whatever you do, do it to be the best. So if you're going to be a coach at a Globo gym, become the best coach there. Give people the best results. Get more people to train, change lives, inspire, and change the culture of that gym. Don't just go and feel like you always have to start your own business. One of the safer things to do is, with the weather getting warm, unless you live on West Coast and it's warm most of the time year round, you could go and train and rent space from the parks and recreation. You could do some outdoor training. You could rent space from the rec department. We've had underground strength coaches do that, where they rent a room or a small section of the gym. They bring some simple weights like dumbbells, kettlebells, bands. They make their own sleds. And then the rec takes care of all your promoting and all your insurance and all that other stuff. So that's food for thought. A lot of people have seen what I used to do. Now remember, when I was training people out of my house, we're talking 2002 until about early 2007. I opened the first warehouse underground strength gym in June of 2007. I actually signed the lease in May, and it took me 2 or 3 weeks to clean the place up, paint it, move all equipment in, and we were open on June 1st. But when I opened up, I already had 20-something athletes training with me out of the house. Luckily, my neighbors weren't freaking out on me, but we certainly were at the point where it was probably about to happen. They trained in the garage, they trained in the backyard, and then we would hop in my car and drive a couple blocks right down the street, and we would train after hours when the elementary school was closed. I would utilize the field, the parking lot, the hills, the playground. You guys could see that on all my older YouTube videos and dig some of that stuff up. And for those of you that keep asking me business questions, you've got to do some legwork. You can't just send me a message or an email wanting the answers. If you simply Listen to every podcast interview I have done. There's always some business conversation in there. There's stuff about the mindset of what it takes to be an entrepreneur, the obstacles that I overcame, the tough times that I had to overcome. Listen to all those podcasts. Then go and just Google my name plus strength coach business, and you will find other video interviews that I've done. The information is out there. People have to just be willing to do the work. And that's the bottom line. I understand a lot of you have a burning passion for being strength coaches, and that's awesome. But don't try to do things that I was doing in, 2002, 2003. Certain things have simply changed, and things are going to change according to where you live. So these are a lot of things that are up in the air. So don't waste time doing things that may not fly legally. So you don't want to waste time on that stuff. You want to get busy training people, work with the rec department, work inside of another gym, and just kick ass that way. That's a great way to build up your own skills. And then from there, you're constantly growing. You're constantly going to the next step. And that's all I got for that, guys. If you want to be an underground strength coach, check out undergroundstrength.org. And of course, go to the website, sign up for the newsletter at undergroundstrength.tv. Click on the Start Here button, and you'll get all that info. Peace out, guys.